Okay, hi Anna. I'm gonna show you how to make a paracord bracelet. It's fairly simple, and once you get the hang of it, you will be making every color to match every outfit, and you'll be loving it. So I hope I do this uh, slow enough so that you can get the hang of it. I've showed Caitlin how to do it, and she can do it, so I'm sure you and Meredith can. So to start off, when you get some time, you're gonna have to show your dad how to make one of these. Or you're going to have your dad make you one of these. They're very, very easy to make, obviously. You can see you just need the one dimension type of board. You cut it up into what it is you cut like this one I have here is about a 8 3/4 inch board, and then with the additional pieces of wood, you attach the clips with these little. They hold on. These you can get at Home Depot. They're in the section for the cable. The cable wire. This holds down the cable wire in your house. That's all that is. It's the, see, you can see the little plastic thingies right here. And they just hold down the clip so that when you're making it, it's a lot easier to, have this tight. So anyways, this is what you need to help you make them. Okay, let your dad give a good look at that. It's really easy to make and very, very cheap. They sell the little boards to make them at the store for like 20 something dollars or $30 or something. It's ridiculous. Okay, so I'm going to put the camera down so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, so what you need to start off, if you're not gonna use the board, is a lighter, a tape measure or a ruler, the clips, and the paracord. Now, um, get two pieces of paracord, the colors of your choice, and measure them about 4 feet, a little over 4 feet. Most tutorials tell you 5 or 6 feet, but that's way too much. You end up wasting too much of the paracord because you cut it too short, and the leftover pieces aren't long enough. So you only need about 4.5 feet, especially for the sizes you're doing. So you cut two pieces about 4 feet. Then you take the clip and like this, and you take two pieces, and I've just basically tied this here. But you take, to start off, you take the two ends, and you put them through the top, like I have here. You put them through the top. I've already done it, but you put them through the top of the clip, and you pull it through, and then that's going to give you this one end, right? So this is what you see here. Now what I've done is I've tied them together to hold it into place. So basically you just have one end of your bracelet. I can show you slowly. See, you just come over the loop. See that? And this other, this other piece is just tying it, holding it on. Now, I have found that I just came across this tape. It's for sewing, and it's for material. It's a tape that's kind of like really sticky, and it really works well for this point. If your mom can pick some up at some point, and that way instead of having this tie across, you can just put the tape around those little two ends to hold the two ends down. See how I just have it tied down? So for right now, you can just, since you don't have the board, um, and since we're just going to do it like this, just take a spare piece and tie it down. So then anyways, take the pieces of paracord and follow them all the way down to the end and get the two ends, okay, and you're going to put them through the other end. And then you're going to pull them all the way through so that you end up with essentially the shape of the bracelet. See, you basically have your bracelet just not woven. So then you decide, you measure your length, and that's how much you're either going to pull it or let it go, right? So you unhitch the clip, and once your dad makes the machine, and then that's what this is for, or not the machine, I'm sorry, once he makes this, the two ends clip like so, and then they hold it in place nice and tight so that you don't have to fiddle with it. So, but for now, and I'm going to attempt to do this upside down because the way the camera is showing this to you, you would either have to see it upside down from me doing it, or I'm going to try to do it upside down. So, okay, about the length of measure the length of from the clip, the middle of the clip. Okay, not all the way to the end of the clip, the middle of the clip to the middle of the clip. Now that's going to be a 6-inch. Let's make it just a little bit longer. Okay, so the middle of the clip, measure down to, it doesn't seem, I guess it's 6 inches because it seems too long. Okay, so let's just say you measure it down to the one, okay? So you bring the two pieces to the side, and the two middle pieces are coming down straight like that. Okay, the first thing you want to do is called the cobra knot. Whichever color you want to be your outside color of the cobra knot, since this is upside down, pick the opposite color, and that color will be the outside color. So, like if I want purple to be the outside color, I'm going to use the blue. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this underneath. Okay, so just add the two to the side, so bring that underneath the two middle pieces, and leave a loop like this. Okay, so you have the purple to the side, and then you have the two pieces down the middle, like this. You bring one underneath. Then you bring the purple underneath the blue and loop it, and take that loop and bring it under the blue and pull it all the way through. So essentially you have this is what it'll look like as you're doing it. Now this is where it's a little tricky, since you don't have this, you just kind of hold it in place and bring the knot up slowly. Bring the knot up, hold it in place a little bit, bring the knot up, bring the knot up, and then once you get up here, you just fiddle with it, you bring it, pull it tight, fiddle with it a little bit so that it's kind of tight but not, see how it's in the middle here like this? And I'll show you. Oops, looking at the wrong end here. Okay, so this end here, see how when I'm pulling it up, it looks like so. That's what you want it to look like. And then what you're going to do is for the weave, that's basically the knot, but you're going to continue to do that with the same color cord each time. It's going to switch sides. So now you're going to have the blue come around underneath the middle, like so, and you're going to have the loop like that. You're going to bring the purple down underneath the blue. See how you're going to bring it? I'm doing it upside down so that you're doing it the right way. I hope that's how it comes out. I'm going to have to view this afterwards. So now you take the purple one and you take a loop of the purple and you bring it underneath the blue and pull it all the way through so that you have this, what's called the cobra knot, see? And then as you bring it up, you just fiddle with it a little bit, but as you bring it up and you tighten it, it's going to get easier each one, and you got to tighten it tight and then pull it up. So now you've got two knots. Now you do the same thing with the blue on the other side. And once you get going with this, you won't have to do all this, the loop and everything. You'll just be able to pull it under and pull it through, and see how it just gets easier and easier each one. and then you just pull it up a little bit. Do it again. Bring the blue underneath the two middle pieces. Okay, bring the blue under the two middle pieces. And then I'm going to show you real quickly how to do it on the thing. Okay, and then the purple comes underneath. Purple comes underneath the blue, but then you take the purple and you loop it and bring it under the blue. Whoops, I didn't do it right. I was supposed to bring it under the blue. Oh yeah, under, yeah, I did it wrong. Okay, loop, and you bring the purple under the blue, and then you bring it up like that, loop it, and bring it under the blue like that, so that when you pull it, you have the knot. Like so. Like so. So then when you turn it over, there's your cobra knot. Okay, so now what I'm going to show you is when you put it on here, how much easier it gets. Okay, watch. Okay, now when you have this, see how it kind of holds it in place? This is the smaller one. Oh, wait a minute, this is the larger one, so I'm going to be able to make it a little bit tighter. Okay, so basically when you have it on here, okay, so I'm going to do it upside down still, don't I? To show you, I have to do it upside down. Okay, so now you have the two pieces to the side. Take the blue one, bring it underneath, and leave a loop. Okay, so and then the purple one comes underneath the blue one over here, like so. Like that. So the purple one, the blue one comes underneath the middle pieces and over to the side, like this. And then the purple one comes underneath the blue. And when I bring it up, I loop it and stick it under the blue so I can pull the rest of it through. Basically, I'm just poking it through. And then pulling tight. Bring it underneath, leave a loop, come under the blue, make another loop, pull it through the blue, and then, whoops, knot. Okay, so you do that all the way down. Oh, I'm too tired. You do that all the way down to the end. And at the end, you basically tie it as tight as you can when you get to the last knot. And you, oh, well, obviously you take the tie off this when you get almost to the end, right? And that's how you get these pieces underneath. You basically, you get this point, okay? And you're knotted all the way down here. And you just make sure, that's why I use that fabric tape, because it holds these in place. And when you take off the outside of the fabric tape, it holds these in place and there's not, you can't see anything. And so then you tie the knot down over and you just do the knots over this additional fabric, and it just, see how it just ties it right in. So these additional pieces, once you hold these into place, okay, once these are into place, the knots come down and they cover over the pieces, and that's how you tie it. There's no tie. Now, otherwise you can singe it to get it together. Some people actually do it a different way, but this is the way I've found is the easiest, and it hides it the most. You don't see the ending. The only part that you see a little bit is the very, very end where you singe it. So once you're down to this end here, the very last pieces you just cut very, very close. You just cut them The very last pieces that stick out, you cut both the ends, and then you lightly burn them like you do the ends, and you use the end of the lighter, the silver part right here, and you just flatten it like that. So you light it a little bit with the end of the lighter, and you flatten it in, and that's how you finish up your Paracord bracelet. Now, I'll finish this one when I get down to the end, and I'll show you the finished product. But that should give you basically the idea of how to make the Paracord bracelet, and I hope that works. Let me know. Let me know if that was good enough. Otherwise, I can make another one for you, okay? I love you. I hope it goes well. I'm sure you'll do fine. You're 8 now, so I'm sure you'll do great. Alright. Love you too, Meredith. Love you, Anna. Love you, Julie. Hey, Paul. Alright, guys.